Hello everyone, T-Man978. Welcome to another chill review. This time it's Marvel Legends series. Marvel Television, Daredevil Born Again, The Punisher. And this is actually for ages 14 plus. They don't do that often. But I believe he's in the actual action figure section anyway. Just like Deadpool. But here are the bios if you needed this, which you probably don't because you watched Daredevil and you know who the Punisher is. Anyhow, as far as the series, I made it up to the point where Matt met up with Frank here, and then I was holding off to watch the second episode, and I haven't gone back yet. So I don't know what happened. But accessories. It comes with this pistol with the extended mag. There is a blast port right there. You get this knife. Looks like your typical action figure G.I. Joe style knife, but unfortunately it's made out of this very, very gummy plastic, which was okay the first day I got it, but I've had it like inside of his holster this whole time, so now it's bent. I'm gonna have to warm this up. And you get this axe. The axe, you can see the sculpting right there, so it's worn. It is also pliable, but nowhere near as pliable as that knife because it's not skinny. But yeah, you get an extra trigger hand for the left hand, a fist. I always like two fists. And you get this grabbing, choking hand, or cupping hand, and you get another trigger hand. The trigger hands are on vertical hinges. Both of them, let me make sure. Yes. But these are on horizontal, these two. So he can hold somebody while he's threatening to punch him. But let's let you see this guy. This guy, I like a lot of things about him, but unfortunately, just like a lot of Marvel Legends, since they don't want to adopt the full-on G.I. Joe treatment, he is like, as far as him as a figure, 2 steps away from retail greatness. And I'll get into it. But let's let you see this stuff right here. See how they did this paint right there. It's never a full skull on the show, apparently. The suit looks a lot like, I have a couple of comparisons. One relevant, one not so much. But here's this stuff down here. Here are the boots. I like the modern real world look of everything. Like this is most likely very close to, if not what he's actually wearing in the show. Well, yeah. But let's get into the articulation and then I'll get into the 2 steps away. But this neck joint, very great. Superb. You can look up that much on a dumbbell, but I like all this motion right here. G.I. Joe has been doing this, but they haven't been able to be this free moving. I like it, and it's not loose. The face sculpt, recognizable. It looked good. It looked good in the promo pictures. I will admit, my figure, I'm gonna have to look at somebody else's. Maybe mine is imperfect, but it kind of looks like his face is just smashed a little bit, but is definitely noticeably, recognizably him, especially from certain angles. Like, he looks good from every angle besides straight on. But we got that. We got the shoulders going out 90 degrees. He's on the ball post right there, so we got this type of articulation. Swivel, double jointed elbows, and the plastic is more pliable on this figure all around. Look at that, full on crunch. Let's show you this. This vest is actually pliable, to be honest, but the hinge still doesn't make it like click inward. You just get 90 degrees forward. The upper torso. We got this. We got that. this rotation right there. And I didn't expect this because they've been omitting this, but the waist actually does rotate, and that does help with posability. Like sometimes when you just twist the body like this and this part doesn't turn with it, that looks weird. So being able to turn a little bit while you're doing that looks better to me. Now, this is probably harder. That's harder plastic. They should have kept that soft, but the legs can kick at least 90 degrees. You can kick back some. Go out to the side, that much. Thigh rotation. Knee bend. All the way just like the upper legs. The foot kicks back. Bottom of the shoe looks like this. Kicks forward. Ankle pivot. And let's let you see this. Somebody might want to come to my video just to see this by coincidence because something happened to their figure. Nothing's on this besides the Marvel and Hasbro thing. Well, there you are with that. Extra credit. But here's the thing that's stopping this, because this thing has great articulation, especially in here, the arms you see in the elbow bend. That is way more than you normally would get. But he has on like a vest type of situation, so I didn't even expect him to be able to do this, which is good. But since this is an all new sculpt, they should just put all new tooling in this. And since he has a belt right here, they could have made part of this part of that belt to give you some extra coverage. But I think this should have been on a ball joint. In fact, this belt right here is free moving. This should have been on a ball joint so it can rock forward and back, and that would have added to the articulation. Like, that's decent for what he is, and he's wearing a vest. But the ball joint would have been great, and of course, boot swivel. Like, if they could have put a swivel right there, they could have put a swivel under this. There's so many places they could have given him. Yeah, either there or right here. Boot swivel. Every figure in this day and age from Hasbro, that's a 6-inch action figure, should have some type of boot swivel, period. Like, I could live with this, but it's just so much easier to pose when you can put the figure into the pose you want. And I've tried to demonstrate this so many times. Get them into the pose you want. And then you can, let me aim this down. Rotate, like, see how the feet are outward? If I could rotate the boot and have the foot like this, it'll be way easier to get him standing without me having to get creative. Anyway, this hand, I was told he's supposed to be able to hold the axe like that, but it's more of a choking hand, to be blunt with you. I didn't go into the holster, but this does that. Here's the problem with this knife. The knife is all bendy. So if you don't have everything positioned correctly, it's a struggle to get that down in there, but I got it in there. And the good thing is, if he did have that ab articulation I was talking about, he could rock back and you wouldn't have to worry about breaking this because it's so soft. I'm guessing that's what they thought of. But let's let you see this. He can hold the gun, in fact. There you are. And I'm guessing this hand would be great for this. And I hate, if you are a person that poses your figure, you know what I'm talking about. I hate when you can actually get the hands into a certain position, but then all of a sudden the arms will start fighting you and pulling away from the pose you got them in. I hate that. That happens with every figure. But there you are. And of course, let's see. You can put this hand on, and he could be shooting while chopping people up who get into his melee range, unfortunately. But yeah, I need to make a whole video on what I expect or what would be great as far as retail articulation, so people can know what I mean and what I'm looking for. But yeah, good figure. Besides, I just wish it had more. I wish it had the extra fist and the articulation that I was mentioning. But outside of it not having that, it's still a good figure. I like the way it feels. It's more of a soft, pliable type plastic, but some people don't like gummy feeling figures. I like it because it definitely makes him move better. But let me bring in the comparisons that I brought. Here is the Mezco Punisher. It's cool that they're roughly the same height, if not exactly the same. Both of them have a ball in the base of the neck. This one, the neck is all one piece. I've tried to do a swap-roo. Can't. I can get this head on his because the ball post on his base of his neck is small. But that one is, the ball on the base of his neck is really big, so I couldn't switch their necks around. Not without dremeling if you just wanted to put this head on that body for some reason. Here he is with the Mezco jacket. You know, you're probably thinking, why would I put the jacket on him? Why would I buy a Mezco for this jacket? You can buy jackets separately on eBay or wherever. Look up 1/12 scale black jacket, and you should be able to find something. Or a 6-inch scale. Pay attention, because they're going to give you results for 1/6 scale, since you are putting fractions in there, and 6-inch. Here's the Marvel Legends Rider Punisher right there. More comic accurate. And here he is on the bike from that Rider Punisher. So, there we are with this. Well, above and beyond, more than I do with these lunchtime specials. I already said how I feel about him. The other figures, I didn't review this Rider's Punisher for some reason. I don't know why. Since I have it here, let's see what this looks like. I already know it's not going to fit because of his hair. But, oh, wait, never mind. Here he is with this helmet on. Looking crazy. But yeah, I like him. I think you'll like him. And he's in stores right now, showing up at Target, and if you pre-order with me on Amazon, it's probably about to show up on Amazon. Don't cancel. Just wait for it to show up at your house. Don't go to Target. Thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these